Hey guys, Captain Incredulous here for another evening of Minecrafting. I'm a little late today. Um, Sorry about that. Couldn't be helped. I'll check how our stuff is doing while I catch you up. Um, I was not able to get on and check the crops periodically like I thought. I was much too busy at work and um, ended up using my breaks to see if I could correct the chunks that were corrupted. And fortunately, I think I did. I have not had time to check it, but I did it off and on all day when I was able to take a break and during my lunch break. Um, and I would catch one thing here, one thing there that still needed to be fixed. And finally, the very last time I did it, I think I caught everything. I just was not able to check before I came on here. But there's only one part I'm not sure about. If I missed that, it shouldn't be a problem. We will get this fixed. I also found out about the spawn chunks being permanently loaded. They are sort of. It's one of those deals where like you know something and then you don't really use it that often, and then the memory sort of gets corrupted, much like the chunks, and you start to remember it wrong to the point it's so incorrect you might as well not remember it. And the way the spawn chunks work is they are permanently loaded if there is at least one player in the overworld. Um, so these chunks are not loaded all the time, just when we're on the world, provided we're not in the Nether or the End. And speaking of the Nether, I actually was able to finally figure out how to restore our original Nether, which is fairly exciting because that's the one I wanted. And there's some apps where you can check out maps of your world by typing in the seed. And if the Nether didn't match, then that would become useless to us if we chose to use it. I don't use it often, but I use it often enough to, maybe just point me in the right direction, not so much as to just navigate every little nook and cranny. And I wanted to be able to do that, and now we can. So let's go back in and see our original Nether. And we might go exploring a little bit in it. But see, we're back on that ledge. Even the chest is still here with our spare flint and steel in case this gets somehow shut off. We can turn it back on. Back up on the ledge, and the Crimson Forest is still over here. The Nether Fortress, it's right over here. You can see it down there, much closer. So we lost the really nicely located bastion, but we'll surely find another one, and we have another fortress at our disposal immediately, and that will open up some other items in the game for us that I would like to get to fairly soon. We just have to figure out a way to get down there, which we aren't really prepared for at the moment. But maybe we could kind of staircase our way down a little bit and just kind of see what we get. It's hard to see what we're on, but I think we're just on a ledge, so maybe it would be best to just sort of mine out a staircase down. I don't think we're gonna have enough pickaxe to do it though. So here's my plan. I'm gonna make a couple pickaxes. I'm gonna get down to the Nether Fortress if I can, and I'm going to see if we can find a blaze spawner from which we can get blaze rods. And I'm going to try to get some nether wart, and both of those things will allow us to start making potions. And that will be super helpful later on. We also, with the blaze rods, will be able to craft an eye of ender, or rather several eyes of ender. And those are how you locate a stronghold. And then when you find the stronghold, it's usually an underground structure, but it's sort of like an underground labyrinth, like what you might think of where the Minotaur was kept in the Greek myth. But there's no Minotaur there. Though there is a mob a bit like a Minotaur that we haven't talked about. It's one of the newer mobs, but we don't need to talk about that now. We're talking about the stronghold. So anyway, the stronghold is sort of an underground or sometimes underwater labyrinth, and in it spawns a thing called an end portal. And this end portal can be located, and therefore the stronghold also located, by throwing eyes of ender. And they'll sort of float in the air for a few seconds and kind of go off in the direction where the stronghold is, and you can kind of follow your way to them until eventually they'll just start going straight in the air and going down, and that's how you know you're over the stronghold and over the end portal. You can then get 12 eyes of ender and place them into the end portal, which sort of turns the end portal on. Some end portals will spawn with you know, eyes of ender already in it. And it's very rare. It's like 1 in a trillionth of a chance or something like that that all of them will spawn. But anyway, once you have 12 in the portal, it opens up and you can go to the end dimension, which is where the dragon lives. And once you fight the dragon and kill her, she will drop an egg. And that's a one-time event, unless the game glitches. Sometimes it'll drop an egg when you kill the dragon again, because you can respawn the dragon. The dragon will then open up what's called an end gate. And this end gate, you can throw an ender pearl in, or if you use this trapdoor trick, you can just crawl in, and it will take you away from the end island. Because what happens when you go in the end, you spawn on a platform of obsidian that's generated the moment you appear there, and that obsidian is next to a floating island in sort of, basically the end is like outer space. It's just a big void of nothingness with floating islands, with a central island located next to the obsidian platform that generates when you arrive. Then there are outer islands in a ring all around the main island, but they're about 1,000 blocks away. They're so far away they don't even load unless you have this mod that I have that makes it so you can see farther. And on those islands are end cities and this special type of plant called chorus fruit. But the end cities have lots of great loot. They have diamonds, diamond armor, diamond tools, diamond weapons, and in some end cities, a floating ship, like a sailing ship. Sort of, they look very similar to the shipwrecks we found, except they're made out of a different type of block, and they just float in the air. They'll spawn, and in them is what is called an elytra, and that is how we fly. And that's what our goal is, to get an elytra, because it makes the rest of the game in some ways easier. It's nice to be able to fly around and just see you know, what you've built, and when you're building tall structures, as I'm prone to do, it's nice to Um, you know, if you fall, you can activate your elytra and just glide down instead of dying. Would have come in handy with the iron farm, as many times as we fell off of that. So, oops, that's sort of the goal, is to get to the end, to make the rest of the game a little easier to do by virtue of being able to fly. Now, I went back to the overworld here without explaining why, which I'll do now. I'm getting cobblestone because you saw the ghast saw me and was shooting fireballs at me, which you saw was exploding the nether rack. Fireballs cannot blow up cobblestone, so it's really smarter to make this thing out of cobblestone. So there. We'll add some railing as well. And if you're wondering how I'm doing this without looking, why I would do this without looking, you're crazy. You'll fall. There's lava below you. I'm crouching, and if you crouch, you can't fall. So I'm taking advantage of that particular mechanic. Eventually, we'll even do things in the nether like that will make the nether nice to look at rather than just this ugly cobble stair. Oh, we ran out of stuff to pillar with just as this guy came over. Oh boy. Now, if I can get to some piglins, they'll hunt him. That might be helpful. It's the regular piglins, not the zombie piglins, that do that. Whoa. Okay. All right. Well, we died again, despite our best efforts not to. If we had only had one more block in that stack, we might have lived. Now, of course, we have to remember we're not wearing our gold helmet, so we can't be so bold around the piglins if there are any over here. And unfortunately, there are. But we can take advantage of the zombie piglins that the regular piglins are scared of. Unfortunately, this guy... Oh, crap. We're gonna die again. We may die a few times. This is what you call a death loop. But every time we pick up our stuff, it doesn't despawn. Well, the respawn counter resets, which we have to get it within 5 minutes. So we'll try that again. Okay. And we're just gonna run away now. And sort of re-equip ourselves in a more safer spot. There we go. Okay. Not even sure we got everything. We may have lost our leggings. Okay. That's the only thing it appears that we have lost is our leggings. They may have been destroyed by the hoglin, or they may just still be down here. We'll take a quick peek real quick. It'll be a little easier to see maybe if oh, and you can that right there is a waypoint, it's called. You can set with the map program. And it's nice to have. I don't use it too much, but this early in the game, it's real easy to get lost in the nether. Oops. Oh, well, there's a blaze. So finding them is the first step to getting enchantments. And to finding the end. See if the leggings are fellow up here somewhere. I think we may just not have them anymore. I think they may have been destroyed. Most of our stuff is getting pretty far gone. Or is that them? Let's see. Did we know? We still didn't get them. They may have just been destroyed. But we are now in another fortress. Or rather on another fortress. And at this juncture, I think it would be prudent to make some more armor. At least some leggings. Oops. There. Now we have our sort of ghast-proof walkway. Wouldn't be something if everything was fine except the floor. That'd be a terrible way to go. All right, so we'll go make some more armor. And one of the reasons I haven't made a bow yet is because skeletons will be spawning in that spawner. And they're going to be spawning in the Nether Fortress. And I'm hoping to get an enchanted bow from one of them. So we at least have some kind of thing better than a standard bow. And at that point, we might switch over to a bow, which is typically my primary weapon. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iron, I think, to make leggings. 7. There we go. Now we have leggings. You know it. Oh, we had some extra there. It really wouldn't hurt to just make new everything, because this stuff is going to get beat up while we're in there. And I think the chest plate is like that. Yep. There we go. A little more prepared. And we're not carrying anything we can't replace at the moment. It's once you start getting enchanted gear, you know, enchanted armor, enchanted tools, enchanted weapons, and suddenly if you die and lose that stuff, it's going to take you an hour to get it back just to make it and then enchant it all again. But at this point, it's just a matter of getting a stick and some iron. So we're fine. All right, so let's check out this Nether Fortress. We're going to find some mobs we haven't seen in there before, namely the Blaze, which we already caught a little glimpse of. I'll see if I can get a better look at one without putting myself in too much danger. Blazes spawn in the Nether Fortress, but also there are blaze spawners, and you can turn those into farms. And hopefully that's something we'll find here. We're also going to find something called a wither skeleton, which is taller than a normal skeleton, black, as opposed to, you know, your normal bone color. And it carries a sword instead of a bow, and when it hits you, it gives you an effect called the withering effect, which is worse than poison and can kill you very quickly. Withers also typically spawn on crossroads, which is what these are, and you can turn that into a farm too. But if we're lucky, we'll find a crossroads in a soul sand valley, and the spawn mechanics there will lead to better returns with the wither. Okay, I hear blazes shooting at me. I kind of saw them, but they're the things over there. Oh crap, my button got stuck. That was very bad timing, and this is not the sort of place you want to be with where a button gets stuck. Or not a button, rather. I don't use the keyboard like most Minecraft players. I played so long on Bedrock on my Xbox, I can't play Minecraft with just a keyboard anymore. I actually use an Xbox controller and a keyboard combo. So my joystick is wearing out, I think, and it made me run. Anyway, there's a blaze. Hi, buddy. He's gonna try to kill me, so let's avoid him being successful in that. And we'll go over to the Nether Fortress area that we saw over here. We can make our way over. I might have gotten a little turned around when I was running from the blaze, but I thought there was some fortress going into the side of the wall over here. Maybe I was mistaken. Okay. Well, we'll explore the other parts of the fortress that we can see. I think what I'm going to do is go in here. Sometimes these little rooms right here, I think you can find nether wart, if I remember right. It's been a while since I went looking for nether wart in the Nether Fortress because I haven't played on my old world for so long. I just have a farm in the overworld for it. But it seems like it's in these larger rooms and these little sort of almost flower bed like things. We just need to be on the lookout for, well, there's a wither now. If we're lucky, we'll get a skull, but I don't even have looting 1 on my sword, so even with looting 3, I think there's only like, I think the ratio is you get 1 out of like every 18, you might get 1. Or it's probably lower than that. That doesn't sound right. Oh, goodness. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. And now we're cornered. we are most definitely gonna die. There was no way out of that one. We'll go back. Maybe they'll have despawned, or maybe they'll say, you know what, that was a big misunderstanding. We're terribly sorry. Here's your stuff. But that happened so fast you didn't even get to see the withering effect. You know what, we're gonna leave that death marker on this time. I think I'm gonna take advantage of that little feature. I don't normally like it. I just came here for Nether Wart and blaze rods, man. I didn't need all that noise. All right. I'm not that worried about a skeleton, but I don't even have my sword. You know what? We might just have to make all new. Well, we're gonna make all new gear. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna need more iron than that, though. We'll go to the farm. Once we get Nether Wart, we'll plant that, just a little bit of that, and we'll come back to our crops. I think I'll get us a Fletcher, and we'll get these guys up some, and then we'll start working our librarians as well some. But I want to get Nether Wart, and a couple blaze rods would be nice too. Because if I can get myself a dead Enderman, I can also make an ender chest, I mean. And I'd like to have a couple of those too. It'd be very convenient for when a wandering trader comes around and I want to buy, you know, a B-dub's head or Corrales head, or, you know, whoever he happens to be selling. All right. We got some boots. Excellent. We got some leggings. Gonna get a chest plate. We're gonna need a gold helmet though. I thought we had several gold helmets. I just not sure where I put them. Okay. Now we'll do pick. And a sword. Actually. And I'm not even gonna make anything else at this point. We don't even need an axe. You know what though? Maybe I do want a bow. I only got 3 arrows unless I have some somewhere else though. A bow would have been real handy to have with that skeleton. Okay, well, we got 5 arrows. That's better than no arrows. I think it goes like that. Yeah. All right. We got a bow. And we got 5 shots to do this. I don't even know if I can kill a skeleton with 5 arrows. I haven't tried to without an OP bow in a long time. All right, well, we don't need both of those. That's just excessive. All right. Oh, dear. They're getting me right out the gate. Oh, there's a magma cube. Man, there are a lot of mobs down this way. Nice. Oh dear. The wither skeleton has my boots. Ah. Ah. Fortunately, it slows him down too. You know what? They can keep him. They can keep him. Oh, crap. Oh, goodness. Well, we found the nether wart. maybe we should just cut our losses here. I'll see if we can get our stuff back. I'm not very optimistic. But I'm not too upset about losing that because it was all stuff we have unlimited supply of now. Let's see, are there any piglins? There are. Hopefully the zombified piglins will keep them at bay. Oh, they're on top. He can't get to me from over there. All right. Okay. Last try before we wait till we have better stuff and we come back. Oh, yeah. We're gonna die. Ugh. This is the wrong way to go. Yikes. Okay, that's it. I give up. Let's make everything again and then do other stuff. Okay. At least we know where the nether wart is now, so that when we are ready, we can go back for it. And in fact, we might even get our original stuff back because I don't think it'll despawn since we're not in the nether. I should not have put that iron up. That was silly. Okay. Pick. Shovel. And next. And do I want to make a bow? Maybe I do. Well, I don't have any arrows anymore, and it's kind of pointless, isn't it? Get some torches. And we may have to go talk to some cows. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Yeah. Let's do. Let's get some sleep, and let's go talk to some cows. And then maybe the crops will grow while we're talking to the cows. And then we can harvest the crops, replant them, and trade with the villagers a little bit while we are, you know, cooking our cow friends. Move. Can't go that way. Where are all the cows? Jeez. I guess that's the cow of the sea. Or a manatee would probably be more like a cow of the sea. Wait. Cow over here? If there is, he's beneath us. He is. You know what? He's never going to despawn because animals trapped in something less than 20 by 20 don't despawn. Well, after the other night, we saw nothing but cows. But now we're seeing no cows at all. And we can make an automated cow farm as well, though I never do. The amount of work it takes to do that to me has never been worth it. Plus, I prefer to get to the golden carrots as soon as I can. Because you have to breed the cows, then you have to wait like 20 minutes for them to be old enough to slaughter, because killing a baby cow doesn't drop anything. And just a lot of work for little return on your investment of time and resources. And there are ways to speed it up a little bit, but I've just never found any of them to be worth it to me. The farms were fun to build, but I just didn't ultimately use it. And in fact, I tore it down and used that spot for something else. But we did finally get some cows here, so that's good. That's nice to have. We got half a stack already. Oh dear. Oh, I thought he dropped a head, but that was just a particle from a mushroom. Well, coming down here was a dumb idea. Looting will also make this go way faster, because they'll drop more uncooked beef, which we can eat, but it only gives us 2 of the hunger bar drumstick thingy instead of 4 like the cook does. It's mushroom cow tartare. Oh, I didn't mean to hit the baby. I'm sorry, little guy. I'll kill you later. Look at his little legs go. He's so cute. We're gonna need all this leather for books anyway. Yeah, we didn't find any, and now we got so many. Well, got about a stack and a fourth, little over. Oh, and we got another head. Whoa. Looks like there's 3 more over here. Oh, no, more than that. Those might actually be dolphins. Alright, we'll start heading back. And we'll cook this stuff, we'll harvest our crops, and then we'll go from there. We might go out looking for more villagers again. Part of my fix for the corrupted chunks was going to a backup of this from before they got corrupted and loading them and then copying them with MCA selector into this one. And in doing so, I found a few villages of the sort we were looking for. I found a taiga, and then I actually found a plains village that has a couple buildings in a swamp. And that's super rare. So we might see if we can get some of those just to have more variation in the villagers that we're going to breed. But I want to get the villagers we have leveled up a little better before we go out. How you guys doing? Over where? Oh, they're over here. Wait, no, that's not. They're over here. Jeez, lost on my own island. Yeah, it looks like 2 over there. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got 6. We're good. That's as many as we can have at one time in that little section, because we only have 6 beds. Okay. Oh, interesting. When I switched the source of those, I bet I can make them all stack again. I wonder if they're different, like, at all. It doesn't appear that they are. Whoa. That was some interesting text across the screen there. What did that say? Well, it's gone now. I don't even know what that meant. I've never seen anything like that before. Nope. Whoa. Okay. The game does not like the old mushroom heads. Probably because that plugin isn't installed anymore. But I still prefer the one I'm more familiar with, even if it's for no reason other than I'm more familiar with it. All right. Let's get all of this food out. Go check out these crops. Well, no luck in the glowberry department here, but we do know how to fix that. how are we doing on bone meal now? I know we took most of it last night, but in trying to update the corrupted chunks, I was on here a bit, so maybe some more. Breakdancing iron golem. Look at him go. Anyway, maybe we generated. So, oh yeah, we did. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five will be enough. It'll look nice. We'll have 3 on one and 2 on the other. It'll kind of offset, and it'll just bring a lot of, you know, character and real intensity to just I'm being dumb. All right, looks great. Gosh, these guys still aren't growing that fast. Potatoes are looking good though, so let's harvest those. Yuck. You know what? I'm gonna keep it. We'll take a running tally and figure, you know, we'll just one day we'll look back after having been here a long time and we'll wonder, you know, how many rotten potatoes did we get? And if we don't keep them all, we'll never know, because I have a thing that tracks my stats, but I don't know if it tracks rotten potatoes. I guess we could find out real quick. Let's plant all these first and then we'll take a look, but I don't think it counts rotten potatoes. Even if it does though, wouldn't it be nice to just have them all in a chest so we can visually just see all the rotten potatoes we've gotten over the course of however long it's been? I mean, we're making history right now. All right, let's take a look. Well, first of all, are they in fact called rotten potatoes? Poisonous potatoes, I'm sorry. I'm glad we looked, or we'd have been looking in the P section, or rather the R section instead of the P section. All right, cake slices. Poisoned potatoes consumed, or rather harvested. Is that a thing? It is not. We only have plants potted. Maybe it's here. Carrots are. Why wouldn't poisonous potatoes be? What order are these in? Okay. So we picked up a lot of potato. That's for sure. There we go. All right, we've gotten 20 of them. All right. And then we can put them all in a chest and then compare the stats to see if we actually kept them all or not. And you know, who knows, at this point we already may have not kept them all. All right. Oh, and might help to no, I'm gonna leave those. The paper trade is basically worthless at this point. I mean, so is the potato trade, but it's like all we got, so. All right. That makes him a master. Then that might get us some golden carrots finally. And it did. Nice. Oh, and he's a master too. Very good. But I don't have anything else I can trade at the moment. At least in the quantities that will do us any good. I need a book to trade with him again. Let's get these guys leveled up. Also, let's get our experience that we might not. Yeah, there we go. I don't have enough pumpkin or melons or really either. Nice. All right. All right, let's get our books and we'll start trading with the librarian. As I recall, he presently sells us 2 flame books, which is really annoying. Okay. We're gonna need to make some more books. What do we have here? That's the only one I really care about. I did make a list. I don't remember if I mentioned that or not. I think I did. There's 16 enchantments I want, and I think I remember saying this. I think that last time I tried to get all 16, I did it in 12 villagers, so if we're lucky, maybe we can get it in 8 villagers. But I doubt we'll be that lucky. Look at him doing some parkour. There we go. All right. Good. Oh, we're out of diamonds, so. I mean, not diamonds, emeralds. We're out of emeralds. How are we doing over here? We can get some of this stuff. I think it might be time to get a Fletcher or 2. Speed this up a little bit more. And I don't even remember how to make a fletching table. I don't think I've made one in 3 years. Which was the last time I dealt with making a villager trading hall. Man, that thing was big. It was 5 floors. Each floor had, I think, 32 villagers, and ended up having every single enchantment was sold there at the highest level. Like if I had efficiency 5, I didn't have efficiency 1 through 4 unless one of them just happened by accident on another villager where they had some other max enchantment that I wanted. And I had I had every profession, and it was spread out over 5 floors, and there were I want to say 32 on each floor. So it was like 160, 120, I mean 180 villagers, something like that. I don't know. I used to know. I don't remember anymore. You can't do carrots. I forgot. I meant to make it so you could, but I messed that up. That's all we can do. But maybe we can get some more of these. Yeah, he liked that. That's gonna make him level up, I think. Oh, and now he sells glass. Great. So let's put these up here because we like these. There we go. Maybe we'll even do that because we have a bunch. And you can hang these too, but I don't know if you can hang them from a mushroom. Oh, you can. Well, that looks neat. You know what? I might do a lot of that. I kind of like that. It looks whimsical. I like it. That was all my emeralds though. Let's maybe go make that fletching table. Maybe get some shreep as well. You know what I should do before I do anything else? I'm gonna get a staircase, but I want one of the other ones that I made. I know that there are heads. Maybe I'll get wool instead. I know there are heads in that one, and I look in it every time anyway. You know, wool is good. Wool's fine. Wool's fine. And then we'll get you know what, never mind. We won't. Okay. Let's sleep. Okay. Now, let's look up how to make a fletching table because I don't remember. Ah. Every time I hit the L button, this happens, and I don't know what this is. I think it's part of an armor stand editor that isn't working. All right, we can do that. Let's see, we don't need that many. This will get us 3. That'll get us 4. I don't know. I don't know how many we're gonna make. You know what? We're gonna make 1 and we're gonna see how it does, and then we'll revisit this whole thing. If we like what we see. I don't remember where my flint is though. I was sure it was in there, but I guess not. There's some flint. Okay. Okay. Maybe we want some more deep slate cobble as well. We can make some more cubes, workstations. Oops. I'm gonna move this chest. And then we can move this, I don't know, maybe this is a good spot. Not gonna carry these around yet. Barely even worth it to have 9. Okay. We are gonna need some more birch trap doors. These 3 more. I'll make those real quick. Oh, we need to get a boat as well. Where did I put my boat, though? Oh, there's my gold armor that I couldn't remember where it was. Here's a boat. All right. Okay. I don't want to take you because you're one of the villagers that leads to actually we have another one in there. So you'll be fine if you are the one who gets out of here. Come on. Someone come on. Doesn't matter who. Except the nitwit. Don't want the nitwit. Sir, you need to get back. You really need to get back? Oh dear. Yeah. I hate when that happens. I was trying to put down a boat. Wait, did you go back in there on your own? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he went back in on his own somehow. Well, thank goodness for dumb villagers. Oh, we have our water bucket. Use the wood because it's a little easier to break up. Well, that's not what I wanted to do at all. The villagers will always do exactly what you want them to not do. There we go. There we go. Oh, perfect. Now if I can just get you to stay there long enough. Nope, of course I couldn't. One of us is going to have to get out of here. There we go. All right. Oh, heck yeah. Let's go chop some trees, get some sticks, get some emeralds. Let's also break a bed. We'll break all the beds. so as to rather detach him from it, so that they'll make another baby. Bouncing baby villager. I may have broken that one twice, but I wasn't sure, so I figured, you know what, let's just be safe and make sure that I did. You can't get out, nitwit. Though I do need you to back up a little bit, because I don't want, because no, and then they'll stand right there and get struck by lightning in that one only singular spot that they can. You know that's what they're gonna do, because villagers are dumb. All right, let's chop some trees, get some sticks, get some emeralds, as we were saying. How are we doing on the trees? Oh yeah, they're growing nicely. Maybe we can finally get the oak, rather the dark oak, to grow in this spot, since it wouldn't before, which is why we gave up and moved it elsewhere. Since we only had enough to plant it in 3 spots anyway. We'll need to make a lot more axes. You know, speaking of wanting an ender chest, I actually, you know, I'm gonna need silk touch on a pickaxe before I even bother to make an ender chest, because those break if you don't pick them up with silk touch. But I hope that our first librarian giving us a flame book, and then his second book being a flame book, is not an omen of bad RNG to come. Wouldn't like that at all. I mean, who would? That should be all the... Yep, alright, let's see how many we get to replant. Jeez. That was an unkind, amount. Like that at all. Acacia is so annoying. Always miss one. Or several. Is that seriously all we're gonna get? All right, what did I miss? Oh, there you are. All right, we got a few more. Well, I wouldn't call two a few more, I guess. I guess I was mistaken. What am I supposed to do with this? I chopped down 3. It'd been nice to have at least gotten, you know, enough to plant the 3 back. I mean, I know that's not how it always goes, but I'm still annoyed. Jungle's not being very good to us either. I don't get why. These are doing this either. Normally 5 is enough space to where they don't interfere with each other like that. I don't know what the deal is. I'm not gonna make it all the way through these, but that's okay. We'll go make a couple more axes. You know, I might should make just like a bunch of axes and just keep them over here. That might be the way to go. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 types of trees. Well, 7 if you count mangrove. How many axes can we make out of 22 iron? 7 axes. Okay. I don't know if I want to bother with melons. So if anyone's wondering who watched yesterday's stream or VOD, I did get my car back today, which is another reason I started late, because some of the stuff I wanted to get done with fixing the corrupted chunks was time I spent going to get my car and getting back, and everything's fine though. I didn't even have to pay for it. They said it actually turned out it was related to the other repair. They missed a couple things in reassembling it, and that's why it ended up being that way, and they apologized and fixed it, and everything's good to go now, as far as I can tell. And then after that, I got my hair cut. Ended up calling the place about noon and just asking them if they had a chance to look at it yet and what they thought, and they told me that they were actually about to call me, that they had just finished it and that I wasn't gonna have to pay, and they knew I'd like that. And So I texted my ride and I said, hey, whenever you want to go, I'm ready. And they didn't text me back, which normally they text me back right away. And I waited till like 2. And I texted them again, and they still didn't text me back, which is very uncharacteristic for them. And I was about to call, or not call, but pull up an Uber in my phone. And just go get it myself, which I didn't want to do because I already had to spend $100 getting the car towed, and that was kind of the money that I would have needed for the Uber. But they finally texted me back with just enough time to spare to make it to the shop and then leave and get gas, because I was going to get gas before I discovered I wasn't able to leave the mechanic yesterday. And I pulled into the parking lot and walked in for my haircut appointment at 5 o'clock on the dot, which is when I was scheduled to be there. And everything in between the car being ready and getting there that was going to make me late, every single solution I came up with, the universe somehow countered, but made it. Like, I pull in and the person in front of me at the gas station, like, all of a sudden just hit the brakes and stopped for 5 seconds for absolutely no reason, like in the middle of the parking lot. And then I needed to, I decided I'd pull all the way around and sort of park on the one where I'd be facing the exit so I'd get out faster. And I would have made it, except that car that stopped for no reason for 5 seconds, because just as I was about to maneuver my car into there, another car comes out of nowhere and just, it looked right at me and stole the spot, so I had to park in the middle one. And now I'm delayed even further, because I go inside, and just as I'm about to get in line, this other dude cuts in front of me, and there's already 2 people in it. And the other 2 people go through the line, and they do their thing. And then the guy who cut in front of me, he's buying a phone charger at the gas station, but he needs to plug it into his phone to make sure he buys the right size. And he finally finds one after like the 4th try. But then he needs to also get a car charger for his phone. And then he needs to explain why he's buying a charger, which it turns out is because he lives so close to everything that he never needs to charge his phone. And now his phone's dying. And see, the thing is, because of having to pay for the tow truck, I didn't have enough left in my account until I get paid to pay for a haircut and gas, so I had to pay with cash. So that's why I was inside paying. But this guy, he needed to, you know, do his in-depth shopping and tell his life story. But he did it, and then I get out of there, and then of course there's people in the passing lane who are driving 5 miles under the speed limit, and then as soon as I pass them, I run into a traffic jam, which I would have run into a lot sooner if I didn't have to deal with the people driving too slow in the passing lane. And then of course my exit has a bottleneck because there's a wreck at the top of where the stoplight is. And then I pull into the parking lot after being cut off several times on the road there, and a woman comes out of the door next to where I'm going and just walks straight across the parking lot, again looking me right in the eye as she does it. Like, if she'd waited 3 seconds, I wouldn't have had to wait 10. Like, I know it's just 10 seconds, but this is economy of motion we're talking about here. It's the principle of the thing. And, yeah, she just, you know, she had to delay me one last time just as I'm pulling into the parking lot of the place I get my haircut. So that's the long, boring story of how I was slightly annoyed after I picked up my car. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you like, you can, of course, rewind and listen to it again at your leisure. Let's make some more paper. Speaking of doing boring stuff. And let's throw some apples in there. 14, not bad. All right, those are 12 poisonous potatoes, and I know there's 2 in the chest down here. So we have 14 of the 20 poisonous potatoes that we've ever gotten. I might have thrown out a couple when I was like at shipwrecks and I had a full inventory. That could have happened. I could see myself doing that. All right. Let's go see how many emeralds we can get out of this guy. Oops. Well, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. There's no need to have a light behind him. That's a waste of a torch. Okay. This guy got beat up real bad. I wonder how. There's nothing hostile that would have gotten him. Maybe he's one of the ones that fell like super far. Well, no, they all did though. They all fell. Maybe he got hurt killing the zombies that I brought to cause him to spawn. I don't know. Well, hold on now. You had a stick trade before, sir. All right, and we got that place correct? Yes, we do. There we go. All right. We'll make some more sticks. We'll use the acacia because we really don't like the acacia. All right. Well, now he's selling us bows and flint and arrows. We could use some arrows. Oh, he's buying flint. Okay. We're gonna need to make. I'll use the dark oak since we have so much of it. Oh, right. You have to do this first. Nope. Yeah, I think Fletcher is a good way to go. We got a bunch of arrows for real cheap too. That's good. I think this price was 7 and 9. But actually we'll do better with the glass. Yeah, he's already almost up to the next level. You know what? Fine, we'll just have the torch back there. I'm not gonna knock him down every time. Let's make sure we're getting all our experience. Okay. All right, he should level up again. Maybe we'll get another book trade. We did. Piercing 3. I don't care about piercing 3. The only thing we've gotten from him that I care about is the glass and flame. And compass. All right. right, let's come back to you. What have you got? Oh, you lowered your, it's 1 stick less now for an emerald. Well, that's a great deal. 31 sticks for an emerald. I swear I thought these pumpkins were 4, not 6. Oh well. He'll reset his trade soon. And we'll want to be prepared. Ooh. You know what? I think I will. I usually keep my axe or my shovel in my hot bar, depending what I'm doing. I like to have my my sword, a pickaxe, a bow, and an axe. I typically do weapon tool. Then I swap this out with the shovel when I need it. Unless I'm going to be using both alternately a lot. I'll temporarily take both of them. Let's make a couple more fletching tables, because I think that's a good way to get emeralds that I kind of forgot about till I suddenly remembered last night when I was thinking about how slow the farmers were going, when it seemed like I was used to faster stuff. And then I remembered, oh yeah, because I use Fletchers too. See, diversification. That's the way to go. New crops and sticks. Okay, we need more flint. Let's see, 4 more should get us 2 more tables. Yep. And it makes a satisfying pluck when the villagers are using it. I think so anyway. All right, let's see how these guys are doing. Oh, didn't I no, I didn't have a guy in a boat because he walked back in on his own. Well, don't you do it too. There we go. Yeah. Go get your job block. That'll be fun. You'll enjoy that. Dope. We'll fix that. There you go. You can go back now. Oh, it's over here, man. You're over this way. Yeah, there you go. Actually, we want to do it this way so that we can. Oh crap, that's what I was specifically about to say, because we don't want to destroy the source block. And then I went and destroyed the source block. That's okay. All right, let's lock this trade in real quick. we know we're gonna have to put that there too. And that there. There we go. Let's go get some agua. We can harvest these potatoes as well. And I know I have a bunch of axes over at the tree farm, but it won't hurt to make another one. Well, maybe it will. Either way, I'm going to have to do some running. Oops. But I don't mind burning through the iron. We got plenty. We've already replaced the stack that we took. How are we doing? This thing's going to fill up soon. We should, you know, I was going to say we should maybe empty a chest and put it somewhere else. We don't have room in our inventory to do that right now. We have time. And if the thing fills up, it fills up. If we lose some iron, it's fine. And you can see we're good on iron. Okay. Why aren't you trading me iron? Oh, because why aren't you giving me? This is so weird. Why won't he trade with me? If he's out, there should be an X over the trade. I don't know why he's not giving me any. Oh, is it because I only had 31? Or I didn't have enough? That's because I have 22. That's why I need to pay more attention. We can do that. All right, same deal as the other guy, except I think the other guy does. Oh, it's temporary. He just does one for a bow. All right, we got 2, 4. We'll just have 4 in there now. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's break the beds again to detach them from the existing villagers. And we have to break them all because we don't know what they attach to. Or rather, which they attach to. And if I could just get you to come with me, sir. Come on. Come on. Oops. But There we go. I think he's having a little trouble finding it. Oh yeah, we were gonna make another. We'll wait till this one breaks. Then we'll make another axe. Where did our guy go? Oh, you're over here now. You're trying to find your thing. Is this guy in your way? There you go. Oh, come on, man. Let him get to work. Any second now, he'll go to his job block. Because they do work twice a day, and they have to do it at their block. So he will make his way over there naturally, so long as he can find it. But they're also gossiping, and they may be talking to him and being like, "Hey, that Captain Incredulous guy, he buys stuff. If you give him a discount, maybe he'll buy more." You know what? I think the original is not copper, but rather stone. I think it goes stone, iron, emerald, gold, diamond. Oh, it's sunset. So he's trying to get back to his bed, which I thought I detached him from. We'll sleep. And then not long after, it should be time to work, and he'll go to his job block, and then we can secure him in his cube, his workstation. If we can find him. Did he go back in here? Yep, he went back in there. Of course he did. No, you get back. I want the other guy. You get back. No, you're the only one I don't want leaving. Or you're the one, rather, I don't want leaving the most. You. You did exactly what I said you would do, which is exactly what I didn't want you to do. For some reason, he needs to go this way to get to his block. He's decided to he wanted to go up here. I guess now would be a good time to make that axe, huh? I don't have any sticks, do I? I'd consider making one more. Honestly, for no reason other than to even it out with the farmer, since we have 4 of those. But I don't have enough flint. I only have 1 more and I need 2 more to do that. This isn't really leveling them up that well, but it is getting us emeralds. So that's still useful. Let's see if that leveled him up. We're pretty close if it didn't. Yep, there we go. All right, we get crossbows now. And he'll buy string, which makes that spider spawner farm we're going to build even more valuable. Because that will drop a ton of string. And we can turn that into emeralds. I mean, I say that 32 sticks for an emerald is cheap, and it is, but then, of course, that's not accounting for the investment of time in chopping down all those trees. Well, we've almost got a stack of emeralds, so that's good. Is that all the... No, we got a little bit more we can do. I'm not going to do the mangrove, because that's harder to come by. We can trade that. So we have a stack and a quarter almost of emeralds now. So that's nice. Actually, we'll keep those. I'm gonna put the iron and birch up because they're just taking a slot in my inventory that I could be using for something else. Why don't we switch gears in a little bit? To what? I don't know yet, but we will. All right. Let's maybe, oops. Let's maybe get the rest of our food out of the furnaces. Okay. Now most villagers are only going to sell you 2 or 3 books, and this one's already up to 3. There is a chance he could do a 4th. You know, another thing I need to figure out is where I put all my lecterns, because I made like 9 of them. And I don't remember where I put them. All right, let's see if we can get this back in there. Oops. Without anyone getting out. Since they're asleep now. Now he's a nitwit, so he goes to bed later than everyone else, so we still want to block it off. And I'm actually even afraid he can. I doubt he could, but let's just play it safe. I think they need more food. Well, let me. Oh yeah, I wanted to put a chest there too. All right, let's see what his final trait is. Name tag. Okay, name tags are very useful. So now we won't have to rely on what we find in shipwrecks and abandoned mines for name tags anymore. I considered successful leveling up a villager if I get 2 books that I want and glass and name tag trade. If I get all that, that's what I consider to be successful. I do settle for less than that because sometimes that's the luck of the RNG. What happened to the Nether portal? In what way do you mean? Because a number of things happened. Or rather, I did a number of things. Didn't, so not so much that they happened. Do you mean the Nether portal inside the Nether? Not sure where you came in on this stream. We talked about that a little, so if you already saw that, then I presume you have a different question, so I'm just trying to determine what your question is. Because it could mean a couple of what you're asking. You might mean a couple different things just depending on when you came in on the stream. But I will be happy to answer. So how are we doing on the maybe they already got, yep, they already made one. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trade for some more emeralds. I'm gonna put the emeralds in here. Actually, there might be a couple villagers who will buy. Maybe one of them is down to 25 carrots. I mean 25 potatoes. That's what I meant. Yep, that guy is. There we go. Ooh. And these are doing much better than they had been. Wonder if that's helping. We'll say it is. We'll say we did a good job here. Okay. So what I'm thinking now is I'm gonna go see if I can grab another villager from elsewhere, because I thought that the villagers outfit, as I was saying yesterday, is based upon what biome they're born in. But being that there isn't a villager outfit native to this biome, I noticed that some of the babies were wearing red and some were wearing brown, so that tells me there's maybe a 50-50 chance of which you get in the situation when you're not in a biome that generates any. So I want to go get some of the other outfits. That's what I'm going to do. But first, I would like to take a very short break of just about 5 minutes. I want to get, I want to top off my water and just stretch my legs. I've been going about 2 hours now. So I will be right back. All right, I am back. And I just remembered something I wanted to do. The thought came to me earlier today. It's something I used to take advantage of. For this, I'm going to need 2 boats. What we're going to do is the baby villagers can escape through a single block. So we are going to take advantage of that mechanic. And when they run out, we'll just have them get trapped in a boat right away. And then they'll stay there until they grow up. Oops, only made... Did I not make either? Did I just... I just laid out the pattern and didn't actually make it? That's silly. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we'll get them trapped and then they can grow up in the boat, not run off, and then we don't have to worry about like which one gets out and which one doesn't. In fact, you can have 2 in a single boat. Of course, that could cause problems too, so we won't do it that way. So now maybe he'll run out and get trapped in that boat. There we go. Oh, he didn't. That didn't work at all. But it will. These guys are a little messed up in their bed situation because of you running around on there, though. He's trying to go to bed, but he can't find one. I think that's what's messing him up. Ah. Okay. Getting closer. There we go. All right. Now we'll row you over here. You can't have 2 villagers in one boat, but problem with that is you only want to get one of them out at a time. So we'll just keep them all in separate boats. There we go. All right. Now we can put these back down. That means he's trying to attach, but I don't think they can from a boat. But we'll break these again just to be safe. There. Okay. And still got our other boat. So let's sleep real quick, and then we'll head out. Since fixing the corrupted chunks led me to know what's in some of them, I know where to go to get a Taiga Villager, and well, roughly. Of course, the map reset again, or rather, it didn't reset again, but it hasn't updated because we haven't ventured out to update it. It updates based on you having traveled. Like, this ugly thing will be gone. I hope. But we're basically, I believe it's somewhere around here, in this area in the center, a little south of what has opened up. So that's where we're gonna head, and on the way we'll find out if my fix worked or if I'm gonna be spending more time doing that tomorrow on my lunch break. I will not be doing it in the evening because I will be spending tomorrow evening with my girlfriend rather than playing Minecraft. But I will return Friday evening. Might even get on a little earlier than normal. I've been trying to get on about 6 every day. Today I wasn't able to make it until 7. But Friday I might actually be able to start around 4:30. In anticipation of picking up my car, I worked a little extra yesterday in case it took longer to pick it up. But actually, by the time my ride showed up, I'd already worked 8 hours. So that means I can cut out a little early on Friday. And Friday evening, I'm always eager to jump on here and play. That's what I've been doing for almost 9 years now. Unless I had a prior engagement. It really ramped up when, you know, everything shut down 3 years ago. But sometimes I have plans on Fridays. That seems to be returning a bit as of late. Which is also nice because I miss hanging out with my friends as much as we used to. I imagine that's pretty much how everyone feels who participated in the quarantine. Unfortunately, some of mine actually completely unrelated to any of what's happened in the last few years. It was all job, school, and relationships. They all moved, so now we have to keep in touch through phone and text and email. Well, I say email, none of us do. It's all phone and text, mostly text. All right, let's see how we are angled, because I do, as we're headed out here, kind of want to check out the chunks and how well I fixed them, if I even did. Like I said, my preliminary attempts were close. And my sort of feeling about how well I did this, the most recent attempt, is pretty good. I think I have a good feeling that I got it. I finally got it this last time. But we are about to find out. Let's see how we're doing. All right, yeah, we're about to find out, I guess. I hope it's right. It certainly looked good when I was looking at the preview. I just wasn't able to go myself and look like I'm doing right now. Okay. That's a good sign. It got rid of that ugly right angle that we saw in the spot we're in now. That is good. I'm glad that that worked out so far. We'll continue to look for this stuff that should have been overwritten as we continue. But I have a good feeling about it. I also discovered the original host, I had it set to 1.19.3, but then there was one little thing, like, I mean, well, let me back up. I had it set to 1.19.3 as the version, but even though I'm playing through my launcher on that version, and even though when I looked at the world to join, it said 1.19.3. There was one other spot I saw, and I don't remember where. Well, first of all, there were numerous places I saw 1.19.3, but there was one spot, and I don't remember where, that I saw 1.19.4. And I thought, maybe that's what's throwing off the generation. But then I came across another theory is, on the original host, I started this as a single player world before I uploaded it. And once I uploaded it, I did look up what the seed was, and I plugged that seed into the website. But then when I uploaded it again to my new host, for some reason I just kind of forgot about that, and I was thinking that having uploaded it, it would pull the seed from having done that, but of course it doesn't do that. You have to input it manually. And I wondered if it was corrupting the chunks by not knowing the seed and just pulling from a random seed that it chose, but I couldn't figure out if it did do that, what seed it was using. That didn't seem to be anywhere, but whatever the case, let's look again. Okay, now some of these blocky, clearly messed up chunks, we may not have loaded the thing that will overwrite them, so I haven't lost hope. Maybe we want to turn around and see if we did, because actually as I start down this river, I realize, oh wait, I meant to go south, not, or I meant to go through the southern area of the map, not the middle of it. But like I said, I have a good feeling that we corrected the error when I input the seed into the new host. It's almost like I'm describing the movie Alien, but I'm not. I'm describing Minecraft hosting. And everything seems to be working, like showing up the way that it's supposed to. Yep, that blocky thing is gone now. So ultimately, we kind of want to follow this path down here and hit this central area where you see the darker stuff with the red little dots. That's where we want to go. And if I remember right from the chunks I uncovered while fixing all this broken stuff, there should be a village right there in the... Wait, that's not right. It's close by. I'm not gonna harp on the difference. Let's just look one more time, because the dark forest, it was actually in a taiga, which I think was south of that dark forest. We'll find out. How are we doing? I want to go down through these islands that hopefully will disappear And then I want to see this other stuff that we can see is clearly way more straighter lines than should be. Let me check my direction. Okay. Oh, no. Did I have my video settings? Yeah, I got those the way I want them. I think it might be a shipwreck right there that we might have missed before. I can't tell. I didn't bring a... Oh, no, I did. I was worried. I was like, I was sure I'd put a bed in my inventory. And sure enough, there it is. Maybe there wasn't a shipwreck. I'm not seeing one. Sometimes the stuff up ahead that hasn't completely loaded as it's loading takes the shape of things that it isn't. How are we doing? Yep, that other blocky thing is gone now. That's good. That's great news. Everything so far has looked the way that I hoped it would. And hopefully it continues that way. All right, let's check again. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure that blocky chunk will disappear as well. I think what we will do now is we'll just follow the coast down here, go down that river, cross the land bridge, and then go back up the other side, and see how that looks. And it might not even be water when it fixes itself. We might not have a river there. This is a little repetition of what we've done a couple other nights, but we have a different purpose in it this time, and we're also fixing a thing that will be helpful to have fixed in the future, with that just our map being accurate, and also not looking so just ugly with those straight lines that don't look like they belong at all. Is this where we wanted to go? No, it is not. I think this might be it. Yep. Looks like there's a breakdance and drown down there. Oh. Well. I forgot about that. Well, can't go that way. So we'll go back over here and then just run across. Okay. Here we go. This is where we'll find out if that all those corrupted chunks we saw last night are fixed and what they are actually supposed to look like. I'm kind of excited about this. Let's see. Okay, yep, we're headed right for them. Well, this is an interesting ravine. And I think we're close enough to see if it's fixed. Maybe not. Maybe we're not close enough, or maybe it's not fixed. I was very optimistic, and I still am, though. And as you can see, a lot of our fixes were successful. So if we weren't successful in this one, at least we know generally what we're doing enough to fix it some. Okay. It looks like it's pushing out and it's just showing us a straight line because that's all that's loaded. Because I was thinking the blocky lines were the savanna, and we're about to leave the savanna and go into this forest area. I think. Let's run through it some and see what happens. To the map. But I think all signs are pointing to good news. Yeah, I think it's working. Because we keep being the same distance from the harsh, sharper edges, even though we should have hit it by now if it was actually there. So we're just pushing out what's being overwritten, which is exactly what we want to happen. I mean, it's already been done. It's just we're visually seeing it. It's not like it's happening in front of us. I already did all that using that program MCA selector to fix all the broken stuff. Okay, yeah, this is a much better sign. I want to look at something else real quick though. Okay. I had a screenshot of the stuff I was looking at to see if it looked like it was fixed. Again, just the preview, not actually being in the world. I just wanted to get an idea if things were matching up, and it looks like they are matching up to the preview I have of the thing. It's sort of like an overhead Google map type deal. Well, only you can prevent forest fires. This message has been brought to you by Slappy the Frog. Suddenly realized that my screenshot I pulled up of the preview. It was covering the chat. And yeah, I'll take it. Unbreaking too, not bad. Fire charge, those are useful for a few different things, namely fireworks. You can add them along with some other materials to make the fireworks display change in different and interesting ways. Cub Fan from Hermitcraft has a recent video that demonstrates that pretty well. It's from right before or right after. Actually, it's a few videos right before and then right after New Year's is when they were posted. If you want to go look for them, where he prepares for a New Year's fireworks celebration, and then in doing so, he does a really good job of demonstrating how fireworks are crafted in different ways to get different results. And then it ends with a really, really fun fireworks display within Minecraft. Let's see, where are we? I think where I want to go is, yeah, kind of due west of here. Getting out of bed, I almost ran the wrong direction. Here's that lush cave that we, I think, found yesterday. So this part's still the same. And then suddenly it occurs to me that that question about the nether portal may have been about a different nether portal that we ran across, rather than the one by our, little work area. If that's the case, that's just a ruined portal. Which, if you're watching the VOD later on, as you normally do, you'll see I actually talk about those a few minutes, or you won't see, rather you'll remember that I talked about that a few minutes towards the end of last night's stream. So by the time you get here, I will have probably answered that question, if that's what it was. But if not, let me know, and we'll dive into that a little bit, because there is a lot of interesting things to say and learn about nether portals. We haven't even begun to touch that. I was hoping maybe I could get a better view from up here. Oops. Maybe the place I'm trying to go is a little bit actually north of here. Either way, we need to get off of this hill. And seeing all the terrain generation looking like it's supposed to is also very satisfying to see, after seeing, after spending what very little free time I had today trying to fix the corrupted chunks. It's nice to see that it, so far, that has been successful. I'm very glad about that. That's one thing that can be kind of frustrating about this game is you make one little tweak, like just the tiniest little tweak. Like I forgot to input something into my new host, and it would have taken me not even 30 seconds to do. And forgetting to do that cost me, you know, hours of work and thinking and trying to figure out how to correct it and then actually implementing that correction. I actually got up a couple hours early this morning and worked on it some too. But it appears that we are about to enter into the area that I am fairly certain I encountered that village. It should be just up here through this tree line in between the birch. There's these birch, and there's going to be some dark oak, and then we'll be in the taiga with the spruce, and there should be a village in this taiga. I think we may even. No, I was about to say I think we can even see it on our mini map, but I believe I was mistaken. Let's take a look at the big map. Still not seeing it, and I could be wrong about its location. The preview screenshot I have is not very detailed, so I'm kind of going from memory and guessing based on what I see. Well, there's another indicator of a lush cave. That azalea tree. So now we know there's a lush cave under the taiga over here. And we got another forest. Did that tree generate? Wow. That tree generated right on the lava. That's crazy. You know, I never actually saw the village. I just saw it on the mini map. And maybe I thought I saw it on the mini map, but didn't actually. Or it's entirely possible we're in the wrong place. We can continue north a little bit though. There's more taiga to be seen up here that may finally reveal that village, if it is in fact there. Well, there's some kind of formation up here. It's not a village, but it looks interesting. Whatever. Oh, it might just be a rocky beach. Or I think they're called stony beaches, rather. Whoa. Okay, we have an exposed dripstone cave and lush cave. Okay, that's cool. I like that. That was worth coming here to see. I thought I saw an Enderman down there. I wonder if I looked at him from this far away, if it would upset him. I'm not sure if he can detect me doing that from this far away. And I don't want to find out. So we're not gonna. I'm gonna go more in a southwesterly direction once we get around this thing and see if maybe the village was over here. And again, I might be in the wrong taiga, or I might have mistaken something I saw That wasn't a village for a village. Stranger things have happened. A mossy cobblestone here used to only generate in dungeons where those spawners are. When the spawner isn't in an abandoned mine, and sometimes even when it is. So the very first time I got to a taiga, well, not the first time, but they added the mossy cobblestone to the taiga after they added the taiga. At least that's how I remember it. And I remember thinking the first time I actually encountered one of these things was that we had an exposed dungeon on the surface, and I dug everywhere around it and couldn't find the spawner because, you know, of course, there wasn't one. They just were putting mossy cobblestone in more places. And now you can actually craft it with regular cobblestone and vines. Yeah, I'm getting the sense that maybe this isn't where the village was. Or that there is no village. We can head south though and uncover some more taiga just to be sure, because it looks like there's more down south and enough to where there could be a village. And that is specifically what we're looking for, is a taiga village. Gonna need to sleep here shortly. We don't want to deal with any hostile mobs out here in the middle of nowhere. All right. And now that I've gotten out of bed, I'm disoriented, and also one of my cords was caught on something, and that disoriented me. Okay. Gonna keep heading south, just to make sure we didn't miss it. Wouldn't it be something to eventually uncover the whole map, except this one spot we didn't uncover here? Come back to it and realize it was here all along. Actually, this right up here is what I think I mistook for a village. On the map, it looked like village pathways right here, and it's coarse dirt. And I might have mistaken that for a village. But if you want to, it appears that you've returned, and I was asking for clarification as to which nether portal or what about the nether portal you meant by what happened. Wait, I think that is a village. Yeah, just to the southwest of us. Let's head back over there. We were almost right upon it, and then I saw the thing that I thought I mistook for it, and we turned around right when we shouldn't have. I hear a zombie down somewhere. All right. Oops. Is it up there? Because on the map, it looks like these are all houses. Or are they just really thick trees? Of course, it has to be a hill right here that's preventing me from getting a good look. Okay, I'm seeing entities on the map that lead me to believe there is a village up there. And of course, what I've been looking for is going to be really hard to... There's another... I wonder if that's the same cave, just another entrance to it. Oh, yes. So our original Nether, when I switched from the first server host I was using to this one, something weird happened and it changed to what we were exploring last night. And I was willing to deal with that and just take the new Nether that we had, but if possible, I wanted to get the original Nether back, because there is a website that we can go to check out various things. If you type in the seed that generated your map, you can find out things about it in very specific or very general ways, depending on how you do it and what it is. And if the Nether didn't match our seed, we wouldn't be able to do that, since I didn't actually know what seed had generated that Nether. Also, the Nether that we had that replaced our Nether was rather disappointing. So I was okay with getting rid of it, and when I fixed the corrupted chunks, I finally managed to put our original Nether back. And here is our Taiga village. Excellent. So let's take a look at the map again real quick. If I can get someone in a boat and then down to... See, boats can only go down. They can't go up. If I can somehow figure out what the right way to go is to take advantage of the elevation and then get us to a river or something, that would be ideal. I mean, I could also transport them through the Nether, but I'm not set up to do that yet. And by the time I will be, we'll already have most of our villagers. Looks like, okay. Looks like that's kind of the way to go. Is there a... Okay, there is. There is a way to maybe pull this off. It'll be tough, but I think we can do it. I need to find villager though. There's one over here. Yep. And there he is in his Taiga outfit. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this off. I hope berries don't... You know, I'm not going to risk... Berries can... Those berries can hurt you. Okay. If we can just get in the water, I think this water is connected to the ocean. And then we can get him back to our island. I am to talk about the Nether a little bit more. I did have a heck of a time there, though. I did find the Nether Fortress. I did make it over there, and then I was overwhelmed by the hostile mobs inside of it and lost all of my gear twice, and decided not to go back until we're better equipped. Fortunately, it was all gear that's easily replaceable. It wasn't enchanted. It was just iron stuff, which we have an infinite supply of now. Anyway, here's our Taiga Villager. So this gives us a chance to get villagers of this outfit now when we're getting them to make more villagers. And after this one, I think I'm going to try to get one in the swamp. And the swamp ones, I think they have a purple outfit. Actually, I might. That chunk is going to be overwritten. I'm pretty sure it will be. Not sure which the best way to go though, because both directions could be overwritten where neither is accessible this way. We'll find a way though. We will pull this off. But with that Nether Fortress, which is close to our new Nether spawn, or rather our original Nether spawn, Nether wart is required for potions. Blaze rods are required for potions. And blaze rods are also required for the item that you need to craft to find the end dimension, as well as to unlock the end dimension. But if you go back and watch, you'll see we are by no means ready to take on another fortress. I've never even tried really this early in the game. If I had done some things a little different and really like rushed through, we might could have done it, but that's not my play style. I like to, do the important things quickly and first, but not to just barrel through them. And I like to I mean, we spent hours already just like walking around seeing what the world we're in looks like, which for me is part of the planning process. Okay, I think if we follow this river here, it'll take us where we want to go, but it might be worth sleeping. There we go. So we don't want anything to happen to our villager, because this wasn't the easiest thing to get. Oh dear. Let's take another look. I'm gonna make this work. We can do this. Okay. Yeah, we can do this. If they did it in Panama, we can do it here. The tallest structure I've built. I don't know the exact number, but if you have a calculator handy on your phone, if you have it nearby, we can figure it out. Its base probably started at Y64. And it probably went up to Y256. I think that used to be the build limit height. Okay. Maybe this will work. We'll try. All right, it worked. There we go. So 192. That sounds about right. Which would be equivalent of 192 meters. However, build limit has been increased to 320 something, whatever 256 plus 64 is. I normally would be able to do that in my head, but after today and as late as I am presently not. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, we might have to build another canal, but that's okay. I'll do it. Or maybe I should go out that way, though I don't know what that land actually looks like. You know what, let's try it. Let's turn around and see, because we want to know what's there anyway. Of course, the 256 minus 64 is just a guesstimate. Sea level is 64, and the build limit was 256 at the time. Not all of the builds started at 64. Some started at 70. But some might start at 50. I can tell you what buildings I have built, which would be the Elizabeth Tower, which a lot of people know as Big Ben. I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong. My apologies if I do. The Fernsehturm, which is the Berlin Media Tower. I actually built that like 3 or 4 times. It was the first big build actually created in Minecraft, was that, because at the time I was living in Berlin and I had just bought the game. And I saw it every day because you can't miss it. It's the only thing that tall in the city. I've built the Willis Tower, formerly known as Sears Tower. I built the Chrysler Building, the Empire State Building, the Shanghai Financial Tower. I built a bunch of skyscrapers that I just made up. I built I believe it's called the Transamerica Pyramid, that pyramid looking, it's a very tall, steep grade pyramid, not your traditional thing. It's in San Francisco. I built the Golden Gate Bridge. I have built the Brooklyn Bridge, though I had help with the Brooklyn Bridge from the friend. It was actually more I was helping him than him helping me. I built the PBG Center, I think it's called, in Pittsburgh. I've built Scrooge McDuck's money bin. I've built a replica of the, not of the Space Needle, but of the replica of the Seattle Space Needle, the one in Las Vegas, which is a little smaller than the actual one. Um, I've built a number of statues. I built one of Anubis. I built one of that was supposed to be sort of like just a giant guy, and then I gave him googly eyes. Actually, one of my friends gave him googly eyes, and I left it because I thought it was funny. Um, I have built a regular pyramid as well as the Transamerica pyramid. And I've built the Sphinx, but oh no, I can't get out here. This is how I was gonna get out. I built the Sphinx, but I gave it a dog face instead of a lion or whatever. Um, I built a giant obelisk once, and I've built it's called a stele, I believe. It's like a sort of gravestone shape, but it's cubed and it has a relief on it. And in hieroglyphics, we spelled the gamer tag of a friend. Yeah, there's gotta be another way. Dang, that is too bad because we're right there. Oh man. Okay, we'll try one of these other rivers. I mean, if we have to dig another canal, we have to dig another canal. We'll do it. And then we can come back and actually make it look good later on. Um, and with those large builds, I actually wasn't able to build some of them to scale because they exceeded the build limit of the game. But with the new height limit, I actually will be able to build things of that size to scale for the most part. Like some of them maybe not, like some of the new stuff, like I think it's called the Burj Khalifa. Oh, I built a replica of that too, but it was also to scale. I mean, not to scale, because there's just no way you can make something that tall with the build limit. It started off as a replica of it, and then it became sort of inspired by it because I got some ideas in my head and decided to try them, and I liked the way they looked, so I ended up with a slightly different looking building with a similar footprint. Um, my first big build here on this world, I might do two buildings at once because of limited resource. I might have to bounce back and forth between them. But I'm gonna build the GM tower. I think it's called the GM Rinsen is its real name or something like that. I knew what that was short for this morning, and my recall is not that great because I'm kind of tired right now. It's some kind of convention center though, but I'm not building the entire thing. I will just be building the central building, the one everyone knows. It says GM on the top, and though I'm not gonna put that unless they pay me. If they pay me, I'll do it. I'll put like MC or CI or something on the top. It's a cylinder with a smaller cylinder kind of stuck to the side of it. It's like probably the most iconic building in Detroit, and the iron farm will be inside of that. The iron farm will turn into a Rube Goldberg machine as well. Then I was looking at other famous Detroit buildings because I wanted to put something sort of thematically appropriate around the iron farm, and I was thinking, you know, since historically Detroit's, you know, it's the Motor City, and you know, I'm doing iron, and oh, okay, if we can pull this off, if we can get up there, I'm willing to risk it. We can take advantage of a really fun mechanic. You can go really fast in a boat on ice. But anyway, I was looking at various Detroit buildings to see if there was anything else that inspired me, you know, or gave me an idea other than that building. And I didn't find any that I wanted that looked more interesting to build than that one. But I did see another building called the Book Tower. If you want to Google it, yeah, you go 72 blocks per second as long as you don't hit any obstructions when you're on ice. People like to make actually racetracks for boats on ice rivers. But yeah, it's called the Book Tower. And I thought that would be an appropriate place to put the villagers because they're mostly going to be librarians. Okay, let's see. Where are we at now? Yeah, you see how fast we went through there? All right. Well, if nothing else, if we don't make it back tonight, we'll at the very least have got a better idea of what our world looks like. And I'll make a wool farm as well. I have an idea of what building I want to put that in, but I haven't decided for sure as yet. I'll keep that on deck in my head. Won't spoil it. Also, I don't want to say it because if I change my mind, then I'll have said it, and some people might be like, "Hey, how come you didn't do it that way? We really wanted to see that," and then they'll be disappointed. Not that I won't use the idea for something else. We'll see. Okay. I'm pretty sure that this is not an ocean that connects it. This is more of a sea, and then there's like a mangrove and swamp and a jungle. But if we go all the way north, it might connect in a certain way. Maybe I should look at my screenshot again. Let's see. And there may not be a way back now that I'm looking without getting rid of the world border, but I don't want to do that yet. I will find a solution. Let me look at this real quick again. Where? there. I don't think that there's a way to get there this way. We might can cut through the mangrove swamp though if we just chop enough roots down. We just have to get to where that is, which may prove slightly difficult. But we're gonna do it. Where are we now? um, well, I think our best bet may actually be to go back where we came from and just dig through the terrain. But I'm prepared to do it. I don't know that we'll make it back to the island tonight. That might be something that has to wait till Friday. But we'll try. Give it another little bit. But then I'm gonna go to bed. Because it's been a long day and I got up early. To fix the corrupted junk. Is it that way? Did I miss a turn? Oh, I see. It's kind of hidden behind this little curve over here. We're gonna have to get back up on the ice, though. Once we have some nether tunnels going through and whatnot, stuff like this will be way easier. But it'll be way easier to make the nether tunnels once we have all the villagers set up. And in the end, we'll be glad that we took the time to do this instead of just rushing through with whatever villager we could find. It'll be nice to have villagers with all the different outfits and whatnot. Just, you know, the variation is something I really love about this game. Hey, I had you lined up so I can, well, you know what? I had you lined up. So it was going to be easier to break the boat. Hey, that's mine. All right. Let's do this again. One interesting thing about the nether is even though water immediately evaporates if you dump it out of a bucket there, ice does not melt. So a lot of people like to travel in the nether via artificial ice rivers Well, before I get off the ice here, let's make sure I'm at the right outlet. I don't know that the north one won't work, but I have a feeling it probably won't. So we'll go the southern route. Well, the last few worlds I've played on, whether they're by myself or with other people, um, there were extensive nether tunnels, and uh, nether tunnels are where you just tunnel like sort of above where all the dangerous stuff is, and you have to tunnel them out yourself. They don't exist naturally. But at a certain level, lava is very rare, so you don't have to worry about accidentally hitting a pocket of that while you're mining. Because lava flows, I think, I forget what the rate is, but faster than it does in the overworld. In the nether, it's much faster. So accidentally breaking loose a pocket of lava can be deadly in the nether, just like everything else in the nether is deadly. But a lot of the nether tunnels that people have built that I've played with, so many people make use of that ice mechanic and use it to travel really fast in the nether. So not only are you going 8 blocks for every one in the overworld, you're doing it 72 times or 72 blocks a second times 8. So it can become a very, very, very rapid way to travel. I've done it before. I'm not the biggest fan of it because it is really hard to steer. I prefer to dig out a tunnel that's just tall enough for me to fly through with an elytra. All right, so we're gonna sort of just go west. Wait, I mean east. And for a really good example of that, most recently this person I watched on Twitch, but he has a YouTube video or YouTube channel as well. Uh, his name is Linksy, Linkzzey. I've mentioned him a couple times before. He recently built a very extensive tunnel network on his world. Really cool. Each tunnel's themed to match sort of what it leads to. Um, this guy plays 8 hours a day, if not more, every day. And it took him from October until about the, I don't know, middle, end of February to finish them all. Also, very notably, he plays on hardcore, which means if he dies, the game is over. Which is why I don't play on hardcore, because I want to keep all the stuff I built. Don't want to lose it just because I died. Okay, we're going to take the northern sort of way here and see if we can dig through that way. But his tunnels are super cool. I took a lot of inspiration from them myself. Man, he's just fun to watch. I like his stream because there's always something interesting going on. He's always very engaging. And his chat's very, very active as well. So there's just a lot going on. It's a fun environment to be in that he's created. And on the flip side of that, even though there's always something interesting and cool to look at or that's going on, it's also, he's just relaxed and laid back enough to where if you just want to hear something in the background, it works for that too. And then if you just happen to, something catches your ear or out of the corner of your eye, you know, you can just look up and there it is. So sometimes I have him on just as background noise because it's just so chill. It works for that. Problem with going that way is I won't be able to get back up. And then everything we've done will be for nothing. Because we'll be stuck down there. But yeah, I haven't, since I started streaming, I haven't been able to watch him as much. He streams from my time mid-afternoon until around 11 every night. So I can catch the beginning of his streams now, but now that I've started streaming, I don't get to see the middle or the end unless I watch it on demand. But he recently celebrated 25,000 days in his hardcore world. That's 25,000 Minecraft days, not actual days, is what I mean. Well, when I first looked at the spot we're in now, it looked like it was a lot closer to the water on the other side, but it looks like the water on the other side doesn't actually exist. So we'll go back with the original plan. The original plan turns out was the best plan. It's not ideal, but it's all we got. Link C is actually one of the few people I watch. Well, not few, but most of the people I watch are hermits, but I watch so many people, it's not really accurate to say that only a few of them aren't. Majority are, though. But a lot of them will, when they're done streaming, send their people watching them to his stream. And that's how a lot of people discovered him. That's not how I discovered him, and it wasn't until I've been watching him a while that I realized he actually knew the hermits, or at least some of them. So that was cool. Because most people are fans, and rightly so. That's a really fun, talented bunch of people, the hermits. Okay. So let's look again. Let's go all the way to the end and just see what's there, because I think when we get to the end of that river, the chunks are going to be different than what we see now. And we can make a better decision about what we want to do to get out of this. Because riding around on a boat isn't really all that fun for this long, and imagine in some cases it's not the most engaging thing to watch either. But the ambient noise nature effects I have are certainly, well, there goes that idea. They certainly make it more palatable to do this, though. I just want to look. I'm not actually going to go through. Okay. So we can't go that way. World border is in the way. And we need to go east anyway. I was hoping I could go far enough south to where I could turn east again, but oh man, if the world border wasn't there, we totally probably could. I think I'm gonna have to go back up to this turn up here. Maybe. Yeah, that's a ways to go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 8 chunks. That's like over 100 blocks I have to go through. Guess we don't really have a choice. How did it look over this way? I think what I might actually do. I think I'm going to call it a night. And I think I might turn off the world border for one evening just to make it through to get out of here. And then I'll turn it back on. That way we protect the chunks so that we get better terrain generation with a better chance of getting the new biomes when that time finally comes. So, or if I said tomorrow, what I meant was Friday. I won't be on again tomorrow. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thanks for watching though. I've been Captain Incredulous, and you've been wonderful. Good night.